We could insist, but...
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, she's gonna be reasonable.
Okay.
She says it, but she doesn't seem overly eager to go there, really.
Okay, sure.
I mean, considering how mentally broken Alauneari is, any sort of interpretations on her part could be anything talking to her.
Hello?
Including herself.
Help?
Yes? What?
I got kicked from the server and my connection went weird.
Okay.
It doesn't... Oh, there you... Now you left.
Well, you know...
Hi, DM!
GM...
It can only be Dark who did that.
GM is coming
now
back.
You're back.
I'm back. Let's
Yeah.
take control of this damn shit show.
Yeah, Jonas, why are you having all these issues?
No, I mean, the only one who can kick him
It's,
is
you know,
Dark.
it's my time of the month as well.
Synchronizing.
Mm-hmm.
No, that should have been yesterday.
Oh.
Yes.
Maybe he's a day late.
Oh. How...
Oh, you know what that means?
How embarrassing. Oh. We need to talk, sheep. I think you're the father.
I don't want to touch this conversation.
It's like a forest fire. You sparked it, and now I was running free.
Yeah.
Let's continue, shall we?
Let's. All right. Well, you press northeastern, following the cavern wall still. You may make rolls once again.
This time we're gonna find treasure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure.
And candy. I mean, that is treasure, right?
Candy is delicious.
Adamantine.
Adamantine candy.
That doesn't sound delicious at all.
Let me click my button here.
I'll never prefer adamantine to candy.
There we go. I saw that no one had a perception check in the 30s, so I thought I needed to make one instead of a knowledge arcana roll. I feel better about my life now.
Yeah. All right. Well, Rae'nkalar and Rilinid, both a couple of hours in, clearly spot a little bit into the jungle, seemingly. What seems to be smoke from a fire or some such, sort of trailing up over the trees. It is quite slight, probably not a big fire, more like campfire size maybe. It's hard to judge in the distance and all the mist, but you do notice it clearly. You also notice that there seems to not be that many animals around these parts.
Alright, that's immediately noteworthy and worthy of convening the entire group.
Yep.
If that is a small fire, a campfire size, and that would mean that it would be created by someone who needs light in order to function, because anyone who lives down here would be too intelligent, or I suppose too reckless, to do that and create a campfire.
And considering we're exploring during the night time, it's very possible, setting camp for the night.
Which would leave to the possibility of a surfacer in this particular situation.
Mm-hmm. Which we would certainly check
Alauneari will at this. I mean, assuming everyone's gathered and told.
Yes.
She will frown and say something along the lines of, "I expected we would find something like this here. I have been feeling, as we've gone closer to the north, the connection to Agaris being interrupted by something describable as someone making fire in darkness. We should not underestimate whoever is making this fire."
I would offer the suggestion that both Rilinid and Zyn stealth forward to get a closer look at the situation, to ascertain what might be around the campfire, before the group takes a concerted action.
Most definitely.
It may be possible to get a look from above, because one, they are going to be blinded by the fire, and two, they are unlikely to look up, I would assume.
Why would they be blinded by the fire?
Light blindness.
Why are you assuming that whatever's by the campfire has light blindness?
No.
Well, not light blindness, that might not be the right word.
if your eyes, if you're not able to see in dark vision, your eyes would not be used to the darkness if you're around a fire.
I'm
Is that-
aware of that. I would also say the dire bat's a large creature that I do not think stealth labs.
No. Kind of screech too, don't they?
Sometimes.
Well, yeah, but you can't hear it.
Zyn's bat is trained in stealth, but yes, the bat is not as stealthy as it should be. So an approach over land would probably be wiser.
In that case, you can take one angle and eye the other as we do a semicircle around this campfire site to try to get a closer look, so that way we are not charging into a trap.
That is something we should do.
All right. So Rilinid and Zyn sneaks closer.
Indeed.
Right.
All right, you sneak, and slowly but surely you're making your way around, and you both approach the area where you saw the fire rise from, or the smoke rise from rather. As you go closer, you definitely see sort of the like what seems like almost like embers, in the gloom down here. And strange lights sort of dancing around in what seems to be a forest clearing of sorts. As you approach and get a better look, you see quite the strange sight indeed. In the middle of a forest clearing, it seems that someone has built up a huge stack of lumber. In the middle of this stack of lumber and trees and leaves, 4 crosses have been also made by wood, sort of stuck in the middle of it. Upon these crosses hangs what can only be described as the mangled and now horribly scorched and burned remains of drow. The fire has dimmed down, and only the embers sort of slowly cook these drow. They are obviously completely dead. They are charred. They have gruesome cuts all over them, and they seem to have met quite a grisly fate here in the glade. Around these drow, strange lights seem to dance, slowly sort of undulating and circling around the former conflagration.
This isn't any sort of magical effect that Rilinid has seen dancing lights, is it?
He can make let's see here. He can make an Arcana check.
Sure, I will definitely do that.
He quickly realizes that the lights themselves are not a magical effect. Rather, they seem to be creatures. Creatures known as archons. Archons of light, slowly circling around here.
All right, that's a wheelhouse left for those who are less stealthy. Rilinid quickly deduces. Okay, well, that's certainly a thing. Rilinid's gonna sign to Zyn that we need to congregate with the group once more.
Zyn will confirm that he has read Rilinid, and we'll sneak back to the group, I suppose.
All right. We will have our stealthy retreat back to where we left the rest of the family.
All right, you return without incident.
Upon arriving at the group, Rilinid would say, "There is a fire of sorts, not a campfire, but a pyre. Stacks of lumber on which drow have been piled on grasses to purify them, I imagine, in some religious significance. But rather than any mortal surfacer, instead, the cause of this fire appears to have been floating motes of light, some form of archon. I am unfamiliar with them."
Would that be religion of planes?
Yes.
Yes, to both.
Well, if the answer to an either-or question is yes, then yes.
You You can go.
What does Alauneari know about Archons?
What does Alauneari know about Archons?
What does Tristan know about Archons?
Root of Light.
Indeed. Well, you converse together for a bit and sort of think on what Rilinid and Zyn reports. You're pretty sure that what he described is what is called lantern archons. Basically, they are good outsiders, made beings of light that have the ability to project said light to burn and scorch mainly evil things. They can also, it is rumored, merge together if there's many of them to form like a big sort of creature archon thing. It's quite unusual to see them down here. It's quite unusual to see them anyway. But down in the Underdark, they're almost unheard of.
They generally burn people.
No. They don't really have ability to gather wood and stuff. They are creatures of light, and they don't really have much of a physical form.
How many separate moats were there, Jonas?
4.
All right. Well, as soon as that revelation is made, Rilinid will go counter with, then the Archons could not be acting on their own. There must be a larger, more corporeal form which has transported the drow and built the pyre.
Very nods. Yes. Could this be what the insects were flying from? Perhaps they are afraid of the fire, more so than anything else. Or perhaps there has been a battle with drow involved in them. Regardless, we should, I suppose, investigate the situation further. Did you see any signs of there being a camp? Would anyone be close by, do you think?
You did not see really signs of a camp.
Rilinid shakes his head and says, however, Rilinid sort of tilts his head, if these creatures exist for as long as they have... Well, actually, I'm not exactly sure about that. If they were summoned, then they would naturally vanish on their own, but it's possible they've been called here or sent here to assist with whoever's down here. I did not see signs of habitation, but that does not mean they do not exist. Rather, the campsite might not be next to the pyre. Said, perhaps it is possible you could find footprints leading away from the pyre, which you could use to track to get us a location. Alternatively, we could attempt to attack these 4 Archon things and deal with them separately from whomever or whatever they're with.
I think we should eventually deal with the Archons so we can check out who these drow were or what they were doing here.
Their identities are irrelevant.
Perhaps.
They are
They
dead.
must simply be removed.
Would Tristan know with what she rolled, what Darkens are we against?
Well, let's see here. What would she know generally about Archons? Let me take a look.
Well, she can summon one.
What kind of,
No, she can't.
I don't think you can, actually.
No, it's on her list, but she can't.
What kind of knowledge has she picked up over the past century of being bored?
Bored.
Read about Archons, you freaking stupid Rilinid. I'm never gonna need this.
Now, Zakari and Tristan, story time of Archons.
Oh god.
Gather round.
No, I don't want to hear about
Yes, quite. I do believe these Archons are made when one High Templar merges with another High Templar.
Yes, that is exactly how they are made. It's true. Well, she knows that they are a race of creatures native to heaven, which is the lawful good plane, basically. They protect the plane and all who are innocent or free from evil. They are the natural enemies of devils, demons, and daemons. and they are, depending on what kind of archon you're doing with, they can actually be like a crusader type. When it comes to weaknesses, they don't really have any, as she does know. She knows that they are resistant to a lot of damage, actually, and you probably need what would be considered like blessed weapons of Agaris to get through most of these defenses. They're also normally resistant to electricity. And they also have usually a host of strange and ethereal powers they can employ.
Is it possible we could even fight these things? If they are capable of flight, then they could easily escape out of the reach of Rae'nkalar.
Tristan can enlarge ring.
Well,
That
They
doesn't
still
help.
fly even further.
Well, yeah, I know, but at least you have reach, and I am pretty sure I can give Sakaris. Nope. Never mind.
He gives
Yeah.
Sakari
If we would be fighting them, we'd be dealing on just spells, Sakari, and Zyn.
And with Zyn's weapon not being blessed as it is by Agares, it's not.
Alauneari will
only
note
an
that she
instant.
can bless Zyn's weapon with Agares' power.
Oh, okay. I'll certainly assist in the endeavor, then. If the rest of the group thinks that we could sufficiently handle 4 such beings with the possibility that another might intrude, we could alternately choose to stay back and lie in wait and try to learn more information.
Oh, I can. Sakari can smite them.
Okay.
Mighty puppy.
Removal.
If they are the opposite of Tristan's alignment, that is...
Opposite to chaotic evil.
Yeah. And I have not written her alignment. That's great.
Well, time to decide now.
But the opposite of that.
Yes.
What is the opposite of that?
How
So, what
convenient.
alignment do they have?
Okay.
Lawful good.
Oh, no, she is
But yeah,
lawful evil. There we go.
No, the opposite would be chaotic evil.
Is
The
this,
opposite would be
didn't you
chaotic
say they're a
evil, yes.
lawful good?
Opposite alignment, though, for smiting is good. Is the good evil contest, though not really. Well, I guess you could do lawful chaos.
Yeah, lawful chaos is smiting in that way as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can smite law and chaos if you.
I
if you
believe
have that
you
ability.
said before that Tristan is chaotic neutral,
Yeah, chaotic neutral.
which means you could smite them as smite law
Yes.
if you wished.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
yeah, as for how to proceed, Zyn would certainly say, well, I can probably do this in character. I think we should take care of these Archons at some point. I would like to check out the site of Drow burning further. But we can certainly lay in wait and see if they leave or someone comes.
Also, I'm sorry, but when Sakari smites, he will do additional 1d6 points of damage with his natural weapons.
Yeah.
So, I can indeed let him smite.
Alauneari, well, you can only smite one, though.
I know, but
But Alauneari will note that we must consider why these creatures were left here. Are they left here to guard this site? If so, why? Nothing valuable surely has been left behind. They have been called here. Certainly, they would have. I mean, they would have some sort of reason. They are intelligent. They would not simply be here without a purpose. Perhaps this is a way to attract attention with the fire, and then, well, take out whoever arrives. Perhaps this is a trap.
Or
I don't
perhaps-
see much other reason to have them here.
Perhaps
Well-
they themselves have been attracted by the act. Maybe they like the fact that Drow are burning on crosses and have decided to spend time there.
That could be possible.
that's not what Tristan got from them, though. They protect.
You don't protect Drow.
No, they protect what is good. I don't think they just enjoy
Well,
the suffering of
I mean,
evil.
if you do a horrible evil act, the land itself can become evil. I see no reason why the same couldn't go for this sort of crusader act.
Well, for what we know, the Dawnflower talked to this guy that we killed. She gave him visions to get out of here.
We killed a lot of people. Dawnflower can talk to whoever she wishes. She's a deity. Doesn't really change anything.
The situation does certainly seem like an obvious challenge for people, for Drow in particular, to approach.
But are there that many drow down here?
No.
What?
There wouldn't be that many wandering around the Earth's wound. It
So
would
why
be
would there
foolish.
be a reason to make a challenge for them?
If this actually is an invitation, then it would be for us.
Well, maybe it is a trap for us.
But
How
is
would
there
they have
anything to
known
do
that
but
we
to spring
arrived
it, then?
here?
Well, the White Spider told us that something was after us.
I don't think she's in league with them, if that's what you're...
No. But she told us that a light was.
I don't think that anyone would run through the jungle lighting crosses on fire in an attempt to somehow lure us into one of those traps. They couldn't have known the
Then
timing.
what would be the
we would-
purpose of having these creatures here?
I don't know, let's kill them and find out.
Alauneari Strux, that's good enough for her.
I
Okay,
could
good.
snort, as if we can possibly interrogate such things. Such an action would not reveal any more information to us.
But at least they would be gone.
Then we can find out where those who make this have gone.
And if it is a trap, whoever set it should show up as well. We're more than capable to handle anything against us.
Perhaps it would be worth trying to find out if it is actually a trap first, before trying to jump into a trap that may or may not exist. And I'm not sure what option would be preferable, to be honest.
We lose nothing by waiting for a day and seeing if the situation changes.
I agree.
I would like to get a better idea of what it is we would be facing beyond these 4 lantern or whatevers.
Alauneari Strux. Very well then.
Alright.
Yeah, while we wait, then Zyn would, circle around the... I don't even know what to call it, the site of drow burning, and try to look for tracks or something. Any sign of the material, what's the word I'm looking for? The corporeal being that has gotten the wood for the crosses or something.
You can certainly continue to move around and make greater notice. I'm going to rely on the fact that while dark vision goes 180 feet, bright light sources go forever. For miles. Just gotta, lay down, kick back, relax, chill out with my favorite book and a nice glass of Chianti, and observe the situation.
I thought we were going to say eat someone's kidney.
No. What do you think I am, inhumane? Come now. Be reasonable.
Civilized.
Why, I never...
I mean, I'm not actually human, but that's besides the point.
So you are, by definition, inhumane.
Ah!
Alright, the party rests and Zyn stalks around, is that correct?
Yeah.
And I will keep an eye on the very bright beacon. I won't be moving like Zyn is, however.
Well, I assume
how far away from the pyre do you camp?
Well, that's probably a considerable distance. I'd probably say a mile, or maybe half a mile. 700 yards, whatever you guys want to do.
You can go closer if you want. Alauneari's not going to stay close to that place.
I mean, maybe it's like whatever, maybe like 100 yards, 300 feet, maybe a bit more.
Certainly a bit more.
Alright.
You don't want someone snoring randomly and then...
No. Well, since 2 of the 3 individuals who'd be staying back there until us would come back from our stalking.
Then, Sheep, please describe to me how Zyn goes about his stalking about.
Well, he would basically, first of all, locate the cross site and make sure that he doesn't accidentally approach it while he tries to basically walk in a circle around it, keeping approximately the same distance, keeping an eye mostly on the jungle floor, looking for broken plants or obvious footsteps, of course.
Mm-hmm.
While, of course, also making sure that there's no other jungle predator trying to kill him, because that would be unfortunate.
Considering the shading of light, it might be possible that Zyn might be staying 200 to 300 feet away from the site, so that he's not even within the ring of dim light.
Yes, he would stay out of the light. He would basically rely on the fact that if anything left the site, it must have, walked somewhere. And if it walked somewhere, then he's going to find tracks no matter how far from the campsite he's circling, because he's making a circle. So if anything left, then he's probably going to find it.
Then make a perception check, please.
Wouldn't survival be more appropriate?
Sure. Yeah, sure. I keep forgetting that survival is the thing you use.
For tracking.
Well, my bonus for perception is higher, so, I mean... Well, I did say survivor, so I kind of...
That's right, you swept your own rug out from under yourself.
I'm just trying to stay by the rules here. Zyn gets eaten by a bear. What?
I know, if you'd said grew, that would have been thematic.
Make a perception check.
See if you notice the bear behind you.
Does Zyn notice bears?
No, he does not notice bears. But he does notice, an hour or so into his scouring about, he does suddenly become acutely aware that he is probably followed.
That's not a good thing. Does he know from where he's being followed? From behind, I guess?
Behind, yes. Someone is stalking him.
So then he's going to use his own knowledge of stalking to try to lose his attacker by trying to... Well, he can't really duck around a corner, but duck around a tree, then stay quiet for a bit, try to circle around the follower of him, and...
Hiding and moving in a rocket path.
That's a stealth check.
Sure. Stealth check. That's decent.
All right. Copy your token.
God damn it. I have copied my token.
Yeah.
Is he watching a fucking Unga Bunga Lantern Archon dance right now?
So put in the music from Chrono Trigger.
That's what I was they get the drums out. They're and Chrono, those Lanternars are drinking.
Yep.
So it's what the?
It's gonna be great.
I don't even understand this.
You can place in here.
Can you center me somewhere?
I thought I did.
Learn the scroll sheet. Go north.
Ah, there we go. Somewhere here. Sure. I, as a player, probably should not have forgotten that I have the fancy ring of invisibility, but oh well, I can use that now, hopefully.
Alright, you're pretty sure that you are pretty damn sneaky here.
That is good.
Nevertheless, let's see here. As you sort of hide and try to lure whatever is following you out, you're lying in wait here basically, and you suddenly hear sort of sniffing almost.
Hey, sniffing.
Yes. And then you hear a voice. I know that you are here, evildoer. Step forward and you shall be judged. It is coming directly to him.
Zyn's first of all going to turn invisible, because that seems like a good idea. And then he's going to slowly move back, most likely towards the direction where he knows that his group is. But what kind of sniffing would that be? Could I identify where that's coming from? Or what kind of thing that's...
It's very close.
It's very close. So it might be something invisible. Could I make a perception check?
Something comes around the corner. of the bushes that he is currently in.
Well, Zyn would be invisible right now. Oh god, it's a dog thing. Zyn's just seeing that thing that hopefully doesn't see him, but apparently...
It is looking straight at him.
You know he's invisible.
Okay. I think at this point it's initiative. That's what I thought. But Zyn would be invisible.